Welcome back to another episode of Cseking-in. I'm Nikki Csek, your host, and I have the privilege of having Jess and Bryn join us from Vernon and Toronto. And they're with DOUBL, DOUBL. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you
Thank you
for
so much
having
for
us.
having me.
So I would like to open first with what I think I know you're doing, and then allow you to correct me. Uh, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this. I'm a 55-year-old female that anytime I go into a store and they ask me for my bra size, I look at my daughter and I go, "What am I? I don't know cup. I don't know any of that." So you are a blessing for someone like me. So I'd love one of you to share what double is and what and why you're doing this.
Yeah, that's a great question. So, Double is the first to market made to measure bra that can be both fitted and ordered directly from your living room. So, like you just said, we're really solving the problem of fit and also offering a lot of convenience and accessibility. So, for example, right now, the current sizing chart that you'll see from most bra retailers will look something like 32 to 42 band size, and then about A to double D cup size. So it really assumes that women fit within all of these little boxes, and it's leaving out, based on our research, one and two women. So quite a few
Hmm.
women fall in the extremities of the current sizing system, or perhaps they have unusual ratios. So, for example, they may have a larger underbust and smaller bust, or higher volume in their bust and lower underbust, and therefore also can't find their size within these kind of predetermined buckets. And it also assumes that women increase or decrease proportionately. And then this brings a whole other level to what we've heard of sister sizing. So essentially, Double's mission is to provide comfort to women and allow the bra to be a foundational functional garment and take back an industry that has previously been made by men for men and make it for women.
I That completely blows my mind that the bras haven't been made by women. So thank you for making such a bra that has the ability to fit the uniqueness of the shape and the preference of the woman. I think that's absolutely amazing. Um, Bryn, do you come from an entrepreneurial background?
Yeah, so Jess and I actually, both of our dads are entrepreneurs. Um, Neither of them are backgrounds in business, but both of them have started their own businesses. So we've both grown up in families watching how exciting it is to build something from the ground up, and the flexibility it gives you with your family, um, and how much of a difference you can make when you believe in yourself.
So, Jess, how uh, one of you's in Vernon, one of you's in Toronto. How did you like? What couch were you sitting on that came up with this idea? When was this birthed? When did this idea present itself?
Yeah, so Bryn and I met at business school. We both went to Western University and then went into the Ivy School of Business program. So we met in our third year of university, quickly became fast friends, and then we came up with the initial concept of double in our fourth year. And we were looking at industries that hadn't had a lot of innovation in them. And this was the time that Uber was launching, so we were seeing how
Hmm.
a company could completely disrupt an industry, which was really interesting. So that's kind of where it initially birthed. And then Britt and I have been best friends ever since. And then we formally pursued the idea in 2020, as the technology was advanced enough at that point for us to bring this idea to life at scale.
So I find that fascinating. 2020, you start to come up with the concept and the idea. We're sitting at 2024. Some people would think, oh my God, 4 years. But there is a tremendous amount of ground that has to be covered in that 4 years. I'm
Mhm.
assuming from prototype and concept, seeking out manufacturers, testing fabrics and materials, never mind the whole app side, which I find so fascinating in how you're going to do that fitting not having it done by someone in a store. It's going to be a home-based fitting. So what came first, the chicken or the egg? Did you create the prototype first?
Yeah, that's a really great question. So 4 years ago, we actually started with very little knowledge or experience, and we really Googled, like, how do you make a bra? And since then, we've come a really long way, and we've worked with multiple developers, designers, multiple factories prior to landing one that we felt had the expertise. And then we also work with many 3D measurement companies as well as AI-enabled pattern making softwares to bring us to where we are today, which is creating this really unique product and process. And we will therefore be the first to market using this really unique technology in the way that we're using it. But we've gone through, like you said, so many prototypes, a lot of beta testing. We've talked to like thousands of women to ensure that this product is really going to serve the purpose that we intend it to do.
So when you start this company and you begin really traveling, I think a road that you are learning as you're going, the expression, building the plane while you're flying it. I think you're doing this in this company. So do either of you sew? Do either of you?
So funny enough, my corporate background is in fashion buying and merchandising, and I used to sew a lot in high school. So my love for fashion dates back to high school. My high school sewing teacher had me fall in love really with fashion and sewing, and I thought I was going to be a fashion designer. And then that sort of flipped into the business side of fashion, and has now led me to have fairly good expertise when it comes to the development process and bringing an assortment to life from A to Z. And then Bryn's background's in marketing and brand management. So the two of us have
There it
really
is.
complementary like front end and back end skills, which has been really, really helpful.
So Bryn, would you be in the lane of the app development side? Or were you
Yeah.
both along that journey? How did you even begin to vet developers for the application?
So something we learned as we went was there's three ways that you can do something. You can either build it, you can buy it, or you can partner with it. So we obviously didn't have the funding to buy an entire company. We didn't have the resources to build an entire development company or an app. So we've partnered. So we licensed the app. It was kind of like we had the idea for the problem that we needed to solve. We had the idea of how we could solve it, right? Like 3D measurement was happening in your homes, and you'd put furniture in and see how it would fit. And we knew that there must be something that existed with your body. We found this app where its major use case was fitness. So you would scan your body at one point, you'd go do your exercises, and you'd come back and rescan and see how your body has changed, which is great. But for us, it's awesome because we get all of those body measurements, and all you have to do is a simple scan. And then that allows us, we get your 3D body rendering. No photos are needed. You wear
Amazing.
black form-fitting clothing, so you're not naked. And then we can fit the bra to that form that we've built of you. Basically, like we're creating a digital mannequin and then custom fitting the bra to that.
So I get super excited with that because then I think, oh my gosh, Bryn, can you make me clothes like Jessica someone off Suits? She has beautiful clothes. You have the 3D rendering of my body. I think like anything's possible now. So I think that's so exciting.
Yeah, so we started with the hardest garment first, which is the bra, and then hopefully it'll get easier from there and we can build you a full outfit.
Okay, so I want to step back to something that you said I love your build, buy, or partner. Love that. And then obviously the build you associated to the treasure chest of dollars that we all have sitting in our pantry. So this business for startup, did you look for government grants? Did you look for programs for women? Did you tap the friends and family? We got this really good idea. How about you toss some money over here? How'd you put the business plan or the business together?
Yeah, A, B, and C.
Okay. So here we are, April 2024. You've done a tremendous amount in 4 years. I love your statement about disruption. I think, and I'm just on the outside looking in, but I'm thinking the disruption could be massive. So I'm super excited to watch you ladies. You're looking at a Kickstarter campaign. So can you, from a business perspective, can you tell me how come we didn't just launch and sell bras and just make them as orders came in? What is the business case on looking at Kickstarter?
Yeah, there's a few different reasons why we opted to do Kickstarter. And one of them is we use on demand manufacturing. So, because we
Mm.
make everything specifically to you, we collect batches of orders and then we submit all of those to our factory at once so that we can be a little bit more sustainable and, yeah, ship in batches rather than single items. So, that's one of the reasons. So, through Kickstarter, you can get a lot of orders in those 4 to 6 weeks, and then you produce them all after the Kickstarter is over. Secondly, it really helps drive some awareness because we can utilize the people that typically buy on Kickstarter, we can promote it, and in that time also ensure that everything logistically and operationally is working for us. Since this will be our first time doing a really high volume of orders, it helps to kind of have people who know that it may take a little bit longer getting those first orders out. So it really helps us in that way. And then same from a cash flow perspective, since the volume is high and kind of immediate, it really helps a smaller business bring in that cash flow so that we can use that towards marketing and use that towards operations.
So when are you launching the Kickstarter campaign?
So we are officially launching April 30th, and we
Mm.
do have a VIP early bird special right now on our website. So you can put down a $15 deposit, and that gets you our lowest price, which is 50% off. You're paying $100, and you will be given early access to the Kickstarter, and then, yeah, receive the bra 50% off.
Have
And
you done? I'm sorry, go ahead, Bryn.
you also get a free wash bag.
Yes.
Marketing, free wash bag. I like it. Okay. So do you have some projections of what you're hoping for numbers of orders or interest before you'll proceed with placing an order?
So the way Kickstarter works is it's all or
Hmm.
nothing. So it's a bit
Ah,
risky. So
okay.
our goal is to raise $10,000. So if we can't hit $10,000, then unfortunately we can't launch, and we'll have to go back to the drawing board. We would like though to raise $50,000. That would really get us like in a good cash position. And then if we were able to raise something like $500,000, that would really be a life changing amount for our business to be able to really grow beyond our network, and allow Jess and I to bring on more staff, and do more work full time.
So Bryn, you had mentioned, I believe it was you had said something about working with thousands of women. Are do you have a cohort of women sort of standing by waiting for the opportunity to order?
Yeah, so we have 100 people who've put down a deposit so far,
Mm-hmm.
which is about 50% of the deposits that we're offering. So
Okay.
we only have 200 that we'll give out. That's our limit for our early birds. So 50% of those are already sold out. We've done testing so far on over 50 women of all different shapes and sizes to make sure that the product really works. And honestly, that's been the best part of the last 4 years. Like getting in the text saying, this is actually my favorite bra that I've ever worn, or
Oh.
when are you launching new colors? People saying that they forgot they were wearing a bra for the first time in their life because it was so comfortable, or people are getting a bra that actually fits them for the first time. They didn't realize how a bra was supposed to fit. So those have really been, the key validation moments along the journey. And so we have a lot of belief in the Kickstarter because we now have a lot of belief in the product.
I
And we do
cannot wait. Sorry, go ahead.
And we do have a pretty robust email list and people waiting on restock alerts. So we're also really excited to be able to provide bras for those waiting. And we've been doing some local events, which has been really fun. So we're really also trying to create a community to open up the conversation for women to speak freely about their bodies, as there's, everyone has a story, especially those who have had children and have gone through breastfeeding or potentially have had a mastectomy and gone through surgery, those who've gone through perimenopause, anything where you've had a significant change in your body or in your hormones. So we're just trying to open that conversation up and allow women to feel comfortable. And we get so many messages too that's like, this might be too much information, and we love having those conversations, and we really want DOUBL to feel like a safe space and an opportunity for women to share their stories and share information.
So now I have to ask, how did you come to the name DOUBL? What is the meaning?
So the meaning of DOUBL is the broader idea behind the brand is that we want people to embrace every aspect of themselves and not feel the need to be narrowly defined, the same way that we don't define you by a size. So really breaking people out of any molds that they've been put in. And that goes again from sizes, but also to like the way you label yourself, right? Or the idea that you can only have, one path in life. And we really want people just to embrace like the full nature of themselves. Even the idea of like, you can be strong but not soft. Like we want people to be able to be everything they want to be. And that's why our color is this rich red. It's the boldness of like a true red, but it's been softened, so it has that dual aspect. And then it also works well because our bras do fit like a double skin.
I like it. So where do people that are watching today, where do they go for the early order, the pre-order?
So
Yeah,
our
so
website is,
yeah, go ahead.
our website is mydouble.com, MYDOUBL. And if you click on shop, there's a drop down and the pre-order is right at the top. Or if you're on the home page, there's a button you can click, and then there's another one that's up top too. But the shop to pre-order is the easiest. And you can view the bra and more descriptions about the bra if you go to the bra shop in that shop now. We have 2 styles. So it's unfortunately not, magic that one, like the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, not one bra can fit everybody. So we have 2 styles depending on how much support you need, because really the difference between breasts and their needs is based on the weight and density of breasts, not the size. So if you have heavier breasts, you'll need more support. So we've made a more support bra. And if you have lighter breasts, you need less support. So we made a less support bra. So the main difference is the more support bra has thicker straps and a reinforced cup so that you're really getting that support you need. Exactly. Yeah. But because they're made for you, it automatically will give you more support than, a bralette or a bra that doesn't fit you.
Fascinating. Do either of you have any advice that you would like to share for anyone that's thinking of starting a business? It can be in fashion or disrupting any industry. Is there any advice you'd like to share with anyone right now?
Yeah, I think the advice that we like to give is, first of all, just start. If you have an idea, just go for it. And just remember to put one foot in front of the other. Being an entrepreneur truly does feel like a roller coaster, and there's no way to avoid the ups and downs and the lows and highs. So I think just, you're always progressing by putting one foot in front of the other, and also reach out to your network, invest in creating a network. We have been so lucky to be really involved in the female founder network, especially within Canada, and it's served us so well. Everyone's been so incredibly supportive, and it's truly the best community we've ever been a part of. So that's something we really like to pass along for young entrepreneurs to get involved in.
I would love to have you ladies join again, just to give us an update on how things went after the Kickstarter campaign. So the Kickstarter campaign is open for 2 weeks. Is that correct?
It'll be open for the entire month of May.
The entire month of May. Okay.
Yeah.
So I am going to circle back and check in with you, and certainly will go online and do one of the order things. And I'm excited to see where everything lands. The future's bright. I'm sure of it. Thank you very much, ladies. Thank you for coming on Cseking-in.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us. Bye.
Bye.